and welcome to the Dark Souls Remastered boss tier list. Yes, this is a big part of my final review of the game. It is one part, but it is a very important part. During the game, I played and killed every single boss except for one, Dark Sun Gwendolyn, which I didn't even know existed in the game. But I now know where she is. So as I play through again, I'll fight her, and I'll take her out. But I went with a very simple tier rating here. S through D, because that's how the alphabet works. And we're just going to go through ranking these guys. We have all 25 of the bosses here, ranking them on how fun they were, how difficult they were, their lore, stuff like that. So we're going to start. We don't have a lot of time here, so we're just going to start right away with the very first boss, the Asylum Demon. Honestly, pretty mediocre, pretty generic. I think I'm probably going to throw this dude in B. Not difficult, a really good boss to start out on. Although I was confused about the doorway to the side, but all in all, I think B is a very fair rating for this boss. Moving on to this Taurus Demon. I feel like this is also. I never had troubles with this boss. I'm also putting it pretty middle of the pack. I did like it more than the Asylum Demon, just because I liked the location. I learned that you can do a jump down stab attack from the parapet. I think that's pretty cool. But nothing too crazy. And I've heard that it can be annoying for some people because it can knock you off the ledge. Never happened to me. Gargoyles. Holy. And I did pretty well on the bosses in this game. The gargoyles took me 14 tries, which is, to be fair, the most deaths I had in the game. But I did not like I don't like 2-on-1 boss fights a lot. I'll be fair. I don't think this was a very fun boss fight. Personally, for me, it's a C. The location was really, really cool, but the fact that I was fighting 2-on-1 and the one kept shooting fire, it just threw me for a loop. Was not the best experience. All right, don't cut me open here. Not the best experience. Moonlight Butterfly did not have fun. I mean, I think personally, it's a D boss. As a melee user, I just had to sit around and wait, praying that I just was able to stall in time. I know you can memorize the moves. I know that, but all in all, I thought it was a D to me. Oh no! Now we get to, guys. This is looking really bad. I swear maybe I think I'm being pretty harsh on these. I will put the Capra Demon C, and only C because of the arena. It is a brutal arena. I mean, holy cow. Like it's brutal. It's tiny, and they throw two dogs in there for some reason. Like, come on. So it gets a C. I think, and it also goes below the Bell Gargoyles. Let's move on to the Sewer Dragon. I think that's what it's called. The Gaping Dragon. I thought visually one of the coolest bosses. A very, very easy boss. I'll admit it. It was a very easy boss, but visually the arena was sick. The introduction was super cool. And all in all, I just thought it was a really cool boss fight. So that's my first A. I believe this is a Stray Demon. Yes, this is a Stray Demon. I like this one less than this one. I'll probably put this one low C. Just because it was a kind of a gimmick. It was a copy and paste from the previous demon. the Asylum Demon, except for that it had to fire explosions, which I thought were annoying. So, not D, but C. Quelaag. I am going to throw Quelaag in an A, and I will put her above the Gaping Dragon. Quelaag, I think, was a very, very cool boss fight, and the more I've been watching it and listening to the lore, and she's cool. Like, her character is cool. Her boss fight's cool. Her design is really cool. The spider lady, that's cool, man. She had one attack that did kind of annoy me. It's when she did the explosion one because the radius is so crazy. But to be fair, it wasn't too difficult. So all in all, a very good boss fight. I really did enjoy Q-Lag. Oh no, our first S tier Sif. Oh my, and I'll tell you what, easy. All right, there's a couple moves that got me a couple times, but all in all, easy. But the where it makes up for is the location and the lore. I'm replaying already Dark Souls 1. I'm playing New Game Plus, and I've heard that if you do the DLC first, then you have a different introduction with Sif here, and I'm very excited for that. But she's guarding Artorias, who hint hint is my favorite boss in the game. Guarding Artorias, just fantastic lore, and is a freaking wolf with a sword. So that's a big bonus for me. Iron Golem, pretty. I mean, I'm pretty like. It's the boss, right? It was just kind of there for me. It wasn't hard. The attacks were like slow. So all in all, it's just a B, low B. Nothing too good. It wasn't bad. It looked kind of cool. But that's about it. But this is Priscilla. Now this is a boss I fought while when I accidentally um, forgot to turn on my microphone. So I actually didn't upload this video. But she was cool. Her gimmick was that she was invisible until you attacked her footsteps, and I did like her. I would probably put her here. Not quite up. I know I'm putting the Capra Demon high. Honestly, I didn't think it was too, like, the only thing that made it difficult was the arena, and that's it. So, Priscilla goes here, as the feetsies, right? Next up, we got Ornstein and Smo. I think this fight is a high. I'm not gonna put it above Q-Lag. I think this is the A tier fight. I'm not a huge fan of duo fights, like I said before. There are a couple I really enjoy. Um, and this is one of them. I did appreciate the difficulty, and I like that each of them gets buffed differently depending on which one you kill first. Fantastic. I've learned that Ornstein was a freaking cannibal, and Smo was a freaking cannibal and just a bad guy, and Ornstein was one of the honorable four Knights of Gwyn, which I think is really sick. Next, we got so this is Gwendolyn. Honestly, I don't know where to put her, which means she just gets a D. Don't know how the fight goes. My bad. I'll play her soon. Pinwheel. I mean, come on, guys. Really? Like, this is getting a C. It's not a bad fight, but it's a C. And it's a C because of how unbelievably easy it was. I think I beat it in like 3 or 4 hits. I don't think I got touched a single time. Just all in all, a very easy fight that I got the cool mask. I think that was probably the coolest part was the mask I got. Nito. No, unfortunately, my whole experience with Nito wasn't great because no, it wasn't the catacomb. It was the catacombs. Just was my least favorite spot in the game. If I said this in my last video, I hated that the skeletons just kept on coming back to life. I did not enjoy that part. So Nito, for me, was probably but he was super cool design, and some of the skeletons did like the spinny "it's treason then" thing, which I thought was funny. So this will get right here, right below the Bell Gargoyles. A fair ranking, fair spot, I think. Seath, probably visually one of my favorite bosses. I don't like I could get cursed. That sucked. But visually, one of the coolest bosses, and also pretty simple. I'm gonna put him. I also kept on calling it her in the video. I know. I'll put him above right here. Fair, great spot. All right, don't argue. That's where he belongs, right there. Four Kings. Loved the backstory, right? I mean, there wasn't a lot of backstory, at least that I know of, about the Four Kings, but love the story of the Abyss. Probably one of, as you guys you'll hear this coming up. The bosses of the DLC are the best ones. I'll say it. Four Kings was. I actually enjoyed the fight. There's one attack that I just could not dodge. It did a lot of damage, and that was like the when they threw the purple orbs. But I think the Four Kings is like a solid. I'll put it high B, right above the Taurus Demon. Just, I think it was a nice boss fight. All right. Oof. And here we come to my least favorite boss in the game, Ceaseless Discharge, a gimmick boss. I'm gonna put it bottom of the D, or bottom of the a gimmick boss. I feel like had so much potential, so much going on for it. The lore was there. He's Q-Lag's sister. Could have been so much cooler, but they kind of did him dirty, and it hurt my feelings. So gimmick boss could have been cooler. The one cool part about it was that when he died, it kind of leveled out the lava. But that's it. All right, the centipede thingy. I killed this thing on my first try. I thought it was an easy boss, and that's it. I mean, I'm gonna put this in C. I'll put it here. It was just not. No, here. It was not what it could have. I mean, I didn't even know what it could have been. It just felt like they were like, it's an open area. Let's throw a boss in there. And as much as I like fighting bosses, I don't think that was a move. But it's fine. Oh no. My least favorite of the demons. This is a Fire Sage demon. This is going in D for me. Let's put it right here. Behind the Moonlight Butterfly. It is just not, I think, a fun boss fight. Just very, very. It's just another copy and paste with a little bit more fire. Not even more fire. It just looks more fiery, you know? So, not a great one, in my opinion. And now we have the Ben of Chaos. Not the best fight. It was kind of a gimmick, and then more dodging, and with my build, it was pretty brutal. I'm slow. So, because I kind of did it with the build I had, I'm going to put it below. Let's go right here, right behind Nito. I think this is a good spot to put it. Not a great boss fight, kind of a gimmick, and annoying that I just couldn't. And I was fat rolling at the time, not great. And now come the best bosses in the game. Artorias is my favorite boss in the whole game. I mean, I did not do very good against him because I was fat rolling, and he's a very fast-paced boss. However, he made up for it in multiple ways. I thought his difficulty was very fair. He was very difficult, but also punishable. And the arena was super cool. The Colosseum and the lore. It's just the best lore in the whole game. It was so cool. So sick. So Artorias will forever have my heart. He's my spirit animal. Him and Sif forever together. He was so cool. I have a man crush on Artorias, and I'm not afraid to say it. And you listening right there, you don't deny it. You know it's true. You have one too. All right, Manus. Also a fantastic boss fight going right below Artorias. I thought the theme was, first off, visually stunning, stunning. Looked absolutely sick. The whole story about the Abyss, about Artorias, about Manus. I've watched the lore. Holy cow! He was like a missionary pygmy guy that became. It's so cool. So, and the arena was sick. Princess Dusk was sick. All in all, fantastic boss fight. Calamite. Um, I'm gonna put him A. High. He'll go above Quelaag. Although he had the coolest cutscene in the game when Goth shot him out of the air. Holy cow! Probably one of my favorite parts of the game was that moment, and it made Goth my favorite NPC. So and the boss fight was very fun, but the fight is not what made it an A. What made it an A was everything surrounding it. From the first time you see it on the bridge, to it flying through the canyon, to finally it gets shot down and you have to fight it like on the ground. Super, super cool boss fight. Bottle? What? Huh? And now Gwyn. Very mixed about Gwyn. He was kind of a disappointing last boss fight for me, and let me tell you why. I honestly didn't mind the fight. It was easy. I didn't mind it. I wanted a cutscene for Gwyn. I wanted Gwyn to have a personality. I wanted. You guys don't know this about me, but I love reading, and I want a good villain. And Gwyn, I know Gwyn's not technically a villain, but he is the main final guy. I want backstory. I want detail. I want lore. I want depth. And he just didn't have it for me. Like, I didn't hear his voice. I didn't see his face. It was just a fight. It just, at the end of the game, you worked so hard, and then you just had just a fight, you know? It was a good fight. I'm going to put it above the Gaping Dragon. But this should have been an S tier fight. Like, come on. Just give us the cutscene. Alright, tier list done. Hope you like it. Disagree with me, agree, do what you will. I feel like I have a pretty decent spread here. Yeah. Alright guys, so I was going to put this in with my full review video on the game, but it's long already. I don't know how, but my continuous talking just kind of kept going, and it's over. So, this will not be the official review video. This is just a review on the bosses. I think I explained myself fairly well. I think I was fair. We have a nice spread of bosses here. All in all, I think it's a fun video. You don't have to watch it. You can listen to it in the background. Do what you will. If you watched it, you're an absolute legend. Thank you. But with that, my review video should be coming out in a couple days, so be ready for that. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.